Alright, we got done with our break test to see what width that we need to use for our strips. I did the 1/8 inch first, and it broke around 42 pounds, which was pretty good. And I did the 1/4 inch and got it up a little past 100 pounds, and actually couldn't break it by hand, so I kind of called the test off because over 100 pounds is more than I need right now. Hey, just a little FYI, if you're putting your skins on a piece of plywood like I've done, careful when you're taking your staples or your nails out. When you pull them out, kind of hold to the side that you want to save, just in case it starts to rip. You don't want it to just rip right into the skin. You'd rather it ripped out the side, that way you can save the center piece. Okay, we got all 3 squirrel hides cut in strips. Now we're going to start soaking them. That'll soften them up, and just for contrast, we're going to go ahead and take one of the squirrel skins and soak it in elderberry juice. Just stain it and give it a little color, make it look kind of neat. So, on to soaking. Alright, 2 of the squirrel rawhide skins are in this bag, and the 3rd one's in the bag with the elderberry juice. And it looks like a little blurry, but anyway, it'll give it a nice, neat color. And that way when we twist all 3 plies together, it'll give it kind of a corkscrew type look, so it'll turn out pretty cool. Okay, we've got our squirrel hides all good and soaked. You can see they're pretty soft again. And at this point, all you want to do is you want to kind of you can do a kind of a pre-stretch, I guess you'd call it. Let me find the end here. And all you can do is just kind of run that between your fingers and just kind of start stretching that out, and just work your way all the way down the ply, just like that. All right, we've got these, all 3 plies are stretched out pretty good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make the loop for the upper end of the bow. And what we're going to do is we're going to take all three plies and just start together. We're going to twist right here in the middle part to make our loop, and then we're just going to put the tail end back in the string, and then when we twist it, we'll have a loop at the top, and then this part will just be twisted in with the rest of the bowstring. So I'll go ahead and get that made, and then we'll start stretching the string. Alright, there's our loop. We got the loop at the top, and the end pieces are just braided into the string. And so now when we twist the rest of it, it'll just tie in there together. And then when we serve the top with sinew, it'll tie all that together. So at this point we're ready to hang it and start stretch it and then twist it. Here we've got it stretched out. Got it stretched and twisted. I've just got it between 2 chairs right now, and I'll go ahead, I'm going to hang it vertically. That way you can stretch while it dries. I've got enough that I can make 2, so we'll go ahead and hang this up and get it drying. Alright, we got our bowstring twisted, and it's stretching on our board. It's going to be longer than we need, so we'll trim it. But we got just the weight holding it, so it'll stretch it out while it dries. So we'll let that dry good and go from there. Sorry about, we got this kind of all condensed in here, but I've got a loop up here at the top, and I've got all 3 plies tied to that loop, if you can see that. And then I've just got them, they're hanging down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a weight on each one of these plies and stretch them so they're all getting the same pull on them. and then once we kind of stretch them, then we'll start twisting them all at the same time. Alright, we've got a light weight on all 3 plies. Get that all the way to the top. So what we'll do now, we're just going to start twisting this. And this way we got each ply has the same amount of weight on it. There, we've got it all twisted up. Got a nice, tight twist to it. We still got our weights in the bottom, so we'll let that go ahead and dry. It'll, I don't know if it'll focus there, but when it dries, it's going to shrink down some. Right now, it's about a little over 1/8 of an inch wide. All right, our string's nice and dry. So nice and stretched, so we're going to go ahead and take it off. We're going to see how the top fits on the bow, and then we'll go ahead and serve the knocks. Alright, there's our loop that we tied in the upper end of the bowstring, and all we're doing is just verifying that it'll fit on the bow and everything's fine before we start serving that. So that's going to work good. So we'll just we've got just a regular elk sinew here, and we're just going to serve it just like you'd use just regular thread. So we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, we got it about half served. Just keep twisting your sinew good and tight. I don't know if that'll show up, but all you're doing is just keep looping it around there and pull it through, and you're just using sinew to wrap all the way around the loop. So I'll go ahead and finish it up and show you what it looks like. Okay, we've got the notch, or the loop, served real good. Now what we're just going to do, down where we worked the other rawhide back into the string, I'm just going to go ahead and serve it down just a little bit and then tie it back underneath to finish this loop off. Here we've got the top loop, got it all served nice and neat. Now we'll come down and tie a knot on the other end, get our length that we need to tie our knot. We'll go ahead and serve that. Well, there's with both ends, and got it wrapped pretty good. But that's all there is to it. I don't know how good of a close-up here that this will do. But you can see the color comes out in that. But this is the finished one. I've got the second one. I'm just going to leave it. I'll take a picture of it and put it on the end. But I'll leave it unserved for now. I've got a bow that I'm working on that I'll probably put it on it. But anyway, that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching.